Okay, so this is a set of 10 initiative taking exercises that come from the 10 doubling exercises of level 1 rather than from the 10 lessons like our other set. Now the reason we're doing these is because when you're actually in a bout, even when you're taking the initiative in the way I've described, the opportunities to get a command are limited compared to the opportunities to just hit with a basic attack. That's going to happen far more often. So I want you to change the way you think of the doubling exercises. Doubling exercises have a set back and forth order, and both people are attacking at the same speed. But in reality, if you do that in bouting exactly that way, you'll never land a touch. So we're going to do the doubling exercises, except that when you're going for your hit, you're going to do it at twice the speed that you established with your provoking attack. So for example, if we are doing the one where it's exchanging head hits and then to the side, I'm going to cut 7, he's going to respond with cut 7, and then I'll cut either 5 or 6 twice as fast as my initial cut 7, or in a broken rhythm relative to my initial cut 7. Either way, the idea is that since I'm going for the real hit this time, I have to mess up his timing. I can't be feeding him something that he can work with. I have to give him something he can't work with. So it's going to be attack, defend against his riposte, and then I make my riposte in a different speed than my initial attack. So the first one of the 10 doubling exercises is identical to the one from the 10 lessons. Oh, sorry, no, the second one is. The first one is just 7-7. It's a little hard to pull off because I'm just giving it back the same attack. We're going to see if we can make it happen. I'm going to cut 7. He's going to respond with cut 7. I'm going to come back with cut 7. But I'm going to try to make this one land by doing it at a different speed. Oh yeah, also, I don't necessarily go back. That helps too. Okay, so there's number 1. We're going to go straight into number 2. Number 2 is the one that is the same as with lesson 1. I'm going to go for his head. He's going to riposte to my leg. I'm going to shift and counter. You go to my leg. Okay, one more time. All right, now this is where I can make either cut 5 or 6 as my riposte. So I cut 7, he cuts 7, I cut to his side, but I change the speed. And I also stay relatively close to him. And yes, he should try to parry it because I have to get it despite his opposition, his attempt to keep me from getting it. Some of those, it looks like he's getting the parry, but in fact he's not. The cut is getting through. He's bringing in his parry just a moment too late. All right, Seth, you want to come in for the next free? So from the outside guard, I'm going to make cut 1. He's going to respond with cut 2, and I'm going to try to land a cut 1 by varying the speed. And here we can also experiment with allowing him to change what his riposte is. Let's see if I can still make what I want to have happen. All right, and then where I make the attack, he makes a leg attack, I shift and counter. And then where I make cut 2, he riposts with cut 1, and then I try to land a cut 3. So So you try to parry that final cut. So, in a bout, when you're trying to actually apply these tactics, your first attack is committed. He absolutely has to parry it or do something to counter it, because otherwise you'd hit it. But your second attack is the one that you're really aiming to get. And when you make that second attack, not only do you make it faster, but you don't shift back first. Anyone who's familiar with the Angelo 10 lessons, it's like Angelo lesson 2, where you make the attack and you take your parry without shifting back, so that you stay close enough to him that your final attack is too close for him to get away. All right, Matt, in for the last 3. Okay, so the first one is going to be where I make cut 2, he responds with a cut 1, and I try to land a cut 2. Now we'll let him make any riposte he wants. Now we're going to have him go for the leg. So I cut 2, he goes for the leg. And now I'm going to go cut 2, he's going to go cut 1, I'm going to try to land a cut 4. And there's just one more, which is 10. You want to come in, Seth? The 10th doubling exercise is free form. So this version of the exercise is also somewhat free form. The idea is that the protagonist decides which technique he wants to execute and then just carries it out as a 3-count drill. So I'm going to do any opening attack I want, and then I'm going to respond to his counter, and on my third hit I will hit him if I don't hit him on the second.